Our topic today will be food. So, could you talk to me about your favorite food? What's your favorite food?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm not a really good eater of food because I have some issues with healthy food. That's the truth. Well, when I was a baby, my mom told me that I used to eat everything, meat, fish, vegetables, and fruits, everything. But now, I don't know why. I think it's like a strange trauma. But
Wow.
I don't eat veggies, so it's something that I need to change. Because well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 30 now, but I suppose
Yeah.
that in the future that will be a problem.
Aha, that could be, but it is so interesting what you say because if you recognize it like something strange, maybe yes, you had any problem. You know what? For a long time, I couldn't eat shrimp, and I didn't know why. But when I smelled the shrimp, I began to feel badly, and
Really?
I didn't know why. But time after, I discovered a medical prescription. When I was 8 years old, I was seriously sick, poisoned with seafood, and I was in the hospital and I didn't remember that part. My mommy told me that I was very seriously sick because I ate some shrimp, and so
Oh,
maybe that was the problem.
wow, that's horrible. I heard that all these fish and I don't know how do you say mariscos, but all this food, it's really bad for the body when they are rot rotten. How do you say podrido?
Toxic or poisonous?
Yes. So it's something really to be careful because people there are some people that die because of that.
Yeah, so they can
So
be
that was
really,
the reason. Maybe your mind was trying to tell you, remember we get hit with a shrimp. Don't eat it.
yeah, don't do it.
Yes.
It again. Yeah, that's it. Well, you know what? I think that it was an acquired aversion.
Yes.
So yes, maybe I don't know what happened to you. Why you don't like veggies? But it may have happened something like that.
Yes, I'm sure, but I need and I will start eating better because I'm starting with the exercise again. I may when I was young, I make a lot of exercise. I go to the gym and try to be in shape, in a good
Huh.
shape. But then I get married and starting working a lot of time. So now I mean I'm not a really fat guy, but I know that I need to be healthier.
Yeah.
So I need to start eating more things and be brave and try to open my horizon.
Yes, that's it. To have an open mind, a skyline.
Yes,
All right, pretty good. Okay, so guess what? Now, could you mention the names of some of the elements that we have in the screen, please?
yes, sure. I saw there is a kind of I think it's called a pepper bell. It's like pimientos. But in English, I think it's pepper bell or something like that.
Pepper, chili pepper. Well, here we are, the chili pepper.
Yes,
Here you are, chili pepper, and here you are, peppermint.
peppermint is like pimienta, right? Yes, sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Some species.
Yes, yes, yes. I saw also there are fish. It's like salmon, I think so. I'm not sure.
Salmon.
And also there's a lime. There's a vinegar and salt and onion. I think it's an onion in the right, almost in the right
Uh-huh.
corner. And some chili and rice. I don't know. I don't
Excellent.
remember how do you say alcachofa, but I know that it's
Artichoke.
a really word name. Yes, yes,
Yeah, it's the artichoke.
yes.
Hey, that's great. All right, thank you. Now, look at this. Let's move on the next image. Let's move on to here. Here we have some exponents of vocabulary, but could you please check them up and tell me if there are some vocabulary exponents that you don't know?
Let me see. Clam is like this thing that you eat with a tomato juice, right?
Clamp,
Clam,
clamp, aha.
almeja.
Yes, that's it.
And yes, well, I think I know every word. That's great.
Excellent. That's
Yes,
pretty
so
good.
yes, I know everyone.
Excellent. Please, could you describe your favorite dish? Well, the one that you can eat without having problems?
Yes, well, I love all the food in Christmas. So my mom is a great cooker, and
Wow.
she prepared turkey and shrimp. Sorry,
She
I love shrimp.
prepares.
Yes, she prepares also like beef, but it's like
Uh-huh.
a special cook, but because it's a long time um, cooking, and there are one kind of preparation then late like 12 hours to be, I don't know how do you say ahumar, smoked,
Smoky.
right? Yeah,
Smoke.
yeah, smoke is like fumar. No, smoky. So it's really delicious.
Oh, that's delicious. That's pretty good.
I also
Okay.
love the seafood. All these things again. Sorry, the shrimp. It's raw. It's raw. Is the right kind of the right word. Raw, crudo.
Raw. Crudo?
Yes,
Raw.
it's raw shrimp, but they use some lemon and then
Mm.
it's called aguachile.
Oh
It's
my.
also delicious.
Yes, that's so delicious. It is a Sinaloa food, Sinaloa dish, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow, delicious.
And it's
Okay.
great when you wake up with a great headache and you need I
Mm-hmm.
need to eat something delicious right now. Oh, for a
Yes.
beer and a delicious aguachile.
Wow. That, yeah, so that I convince my children that I am extremely and dangerously sick. So please bring me aguachile.
So,
That's nice. All right, excellent. Thank you very much. Guess what?
sure.
Now let's go to the next image. Could you describe what do you have for breakfast? What do you usually have for breakfast?
Well, I try to have a great breakfast because I heard that we are the first meal of the day, and you need to it needs to be the most important and the most, I don't know, maybe these proteins and big big portions. If you wanna eat in one moment and don't feel guilty, you need to eat a good breakfast.
Yes.
And many people in Mexico don't know this, and they say, oh, only uh, um, I don't know, toasted bread and one egg. So it's
Uh-huh.
true. and it's not.
Toast.
And they say then for dinner, 15 tacos, and so
Aha,
that's it.
yes.
It's upside down your diet. You need to eat a lot in the morning and really low in the night.
Aha, late at night. Yeah, not too late. Kind of like
Yes,
7 or 8 p.m., is it correct?
yes, I heard that you need to dine 3 hours before you sleep.
Yes,
So that in that way, your body and your systems try to process all the dinner, and you sleep lighter.
that's it. That's the
So
same
I
that
try to
I.
ha- to get a I try to have a great breakfast, but sometimes I prefer to keep sleep, and then I say, oh my God, I'm late. I need to go to work,
Oh
and
my.
so I said my breakfast, excellent breakfast when I'm in a hurry. It's a great sandwich.
A sandwich, all right. And what do you like to add to your sandwich?
Well, I got some issues also with the classical sandwich because I don't like mayonnaise. I
Mayonnaise?
don't I don't like it. I don't
Oh,
like
that's
mustard.
great.
I don't
Uh-huh.
like ketchup. So it's a really
That's
simple
great.
sandwich. Ham, cheese, more ham, more cheese. That's all.
That's good. That's good because sometimes we use a lot of species, a lot of ingredients, and what we think that it's going to be um a healthy breakfast or a healthy lunch, it just depends on the time. Well, it turns into a fattening food because we are using extra ingredients.
Yeah, sure. And also I try to carry it into the work, fruit, or an apple or a banana. And
Hmm.
in the at 12, I don't know how, ¿cómo es mediodía?
Noon.
At the noon, I try to eat something like as a snack, and
Uh-huh.
I heard it's better to have a little food in between the big ones, between the breakfast and the lunch and the meal. You need to have some snacks, healthy snacks, so that in
Uh-huh.
that way you make your body work faster and better because it's never empty your stomach. Something
Uh-huh.
like that. I'm not an expert, but but I read some things, and I try to follow these healthy tips.
Uh-huh. That's it. All right. Thank you very much. And so, what about lunch? Well, you know that in Mexico we have different times, different meals. In some English-speaking countries, they have, for example, breakfast at 6 or 7 a.m., later on lunch at 1, 12 or 1 p.m. Later on they have snack foods, and finally they have dinner. But for them, dinner is kind of like 6 or 7 p.m.
Yes. I suppose it's the best hour to sleep if you are a person that sleeps at
Uh-huh.
9 or 10 p.m.
Yes, that's it. And so, what about you? Do you, well, what time and what do you have lunch and for lunch?
Uh, Lunch is like a principal food in the day, right? Because yes, it's like comida or
Eh,
like snack lunch.
no, it's a snack. For example, when children go to school, they have for lunch a sandwich, maybe
Yeah,
some.
sometimes I saw in the movies well, people is working. It's like 3 o'clock, and they say, "Well, let's go for lunch," and they go to a restaurant for it. So I said, uh, I, I I I understand the lunch. Well, when I was a kid, and my mama said, "Oh, take your lunch," and she gave me like a breakfast. It's not a big meal because I go
Uh-huh.
out from the school and I go for another food. But in some movies, as I said, they try to say lunch to food. So I'm
Uh-huh.
confused. I don't
Yes.
know something regional thing, or it's actually lunch means everything, or what? Or how do I need to understand the word lunch?
Uh-huh.
As I was a kid,
It's as if yes,
but
you went to
now,
elementary school.
yes. Well, as lunch in these days, I try to eat fruits. I'm when I was younger, I don't know. I think I let me follow by the market strategy, and I buy these cereal bars and all these things. Are not good, are really bad for the body. A lot of calories and all foods and salt to have are all
Good.
non-caloric.
That's
So
it.
I prefer to have a fruit or something.
And that's it. Very good. Yes, you know what? I remember that when I was little and I used to be in the school, the elementary school, the well, lunchtime was, of course, an important part of the day as it is now. But I remember that in the school where I was studying, there was a rule. So I should prepare lunch for children. And so it had like a menu that I could be about what nutritious food we should eat. And they also mentioned the
Yes.
quantities.
So who prepared food? The school or the parents?
Parents, because at school they were not permitted to sell many things.
Yes.
The
And
only
every parent prepared the food of the child.
yes.
Oh, finally, let me tell you something. In my daughter's school, they said it's funny, but I think it's it's a strategy of the school to not prepare them not prepare their lunch. They said one dad and one mom of one child are going to prepare the food for all the other child of the group. So you need in 1 week. In 1 week, and the kids and the parents go like, how do you say, rotando,
Like
and
in taking some
turns.
switching
Yes.
roles.
So let's see. Now you're like a I don't know, a shuffle thing with the first thing is for the parent day, the parent B, the C1, and all that. So 1 week, it's like three weeks per year,
Wow.
and one father need to prepare all this kids breakfast. But it's it's horrible because you say no, I need to go to work, but also I need to prepare breakfast, and the school tells you you can bring foods that are not healthy. So they have like a list of what you can bring and what you cannot. So
Uh-huh.
they say if you can carry water of artificial flowers. So you need to
Uh-huh.
carry natural fruits. So it's a problem because I say, oh, I'm going to enter to 9 o'clock to the work, but I tell my girl to the school at 8:30. So I need to wake up at 6 o'clock because I need to explain some orange. So it's
Whoa.
hard,
To
but it
quiz.
work. It lasts only 1 week, so it's bad, but it's fast. And then you see how the other parents suffer.
Yes, that's it. Jesus Christ, I have never heard something like that.
Yes, but it's something like you say in your elementary school when your girls and the people of the school said, okay, only cook for your boy or for your girl, but you need to cook healthy meals.
Uh-huh.
So something like that. So they said you what you can and what you can't.
That's it. Yeah, you know what? In the past, it was something like that. Nowadays, authorities should do something because the level of obesity, infantile obesity that we have in Mexico.
Yeah, it's really I'm really worried for all the things because I remember that when I was a kid, there was another five boys there. But I don't know if we have 10 kids and two families for every 10 kids. But now
Ah,
it's the opposite. I think it's two regular kids, kids and eight bad ones. So I said, wow, something's wrong. And if you're a kid, you have the best moment of your life of how your body's working.
uh-huh.
And if you have a boy or a girl with these problems of be fat or be obese, how do you say obeso? Obese?
Oh, obese.
Yes. So it's really worry because in the main and the best moment of their life, they were really sick. How them are going to be when they grown up? So it's really really bad. The last thing.
Yes, that's it. Well, yes, what I was telling to you was that no that we have a very high level of obesity, and nowadays authorities are asking for the school cafeteria, not to sell any junk food.
Yes. Well, I saw these regulations. As a lawyer, I try to study every day all the changes in the law, and I saw this is it's called a NOM. It's a norma oficial mexicana, a NOM. So they said there were some norms where the state said to the schools, you cannot sell these products or these or trying to make levels of sugar from every product. So they say if this pass or reach the sugar of this product is superior and the level I'm trying to say, you cannot sell that. But all these, how do you say, marks, maybe trademarks,
Trademarks.
the yeah, trademarks that don't sell these unhealthy
Uh-huh.
products. They say, oh, okay, I got the new presentation for the schools, and they're the same but smaller. But it's not right because one it's only at school, but when you go out in the streets, there are the big one stores and selling everything like that. So I think that the state need to make maybe make a main topic in the school. All this only not sports. I mean healthy education and how to eat because some adults don't know how to eat, and it's something you need to learn from when you were a kid. So I think the state needs to be better with that, and also these marks in every product that said how what is the percent, how do you say percentage,
Thank you.
the
Um,
rate or I mean,
tomato? No, no.
no porcentaje.
I'm sorry. Percentage.
It's a percentage of sugar or fat,
Uh-huh.
and there were like three topics of sugar, fat, and hard carbs. But
Uh-huh.
they forget to put another kind of things of information, and they say, well, I cannot put another one. The state only makes me put three topics of information. I can put the fourth one, and yes, it's a horrible fourth topic, but I am not going to put it because I'm not obligated. So
Uh-huh.
that's hard. So that's a thing that the childhood of a country is paying the this kind of irresponsibility over the trademarks. So I
Uh-huh.
suppose we need to change that as a society, raise our voice and say, state, you need to make more regulations in these things.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's it. I totally agree with you. There are so many things that we should do now. Okay, you know what? Now we are going to talk about some funny quotes, funny phrases. For example, the first one, I followed my heart and it led me into the fridge. So, what do you think about it?
It's something like yo seguía mi corazón, pero este me dejó en el refrigerador.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
You know, Omar, I would like to ask you a very difficult question. Is
yeah,
it
sure.
true? Yeah, is it true that if you want to conquer a man, you should start by stomach?
Well, I don't know. I think that not at the first moment, but it's something I talked to my wife. Then when we were a couple, a young couple
Yeah,
with no kids, no marriage, but a couple in a
yeah,
relationship, we used to hanging up. We used to go to Paris. We used to have fun, but we have no time of come on with me. I'm going to cook for you. Not. But then we get married, and I discovered another woman, and I said, "Wow, this is the same girlfriend I have because now I know she is a great cooker, and that's something great for me." I think that, and yes, it's extremely important. I trying to not I'm not trying to say that need to be an elementary thing of a woman. I think also a man needs to cook for her girl, but yes, it's important. But I don't think that at the beginning, I don't know, maybe it's for my generation or I don't know. But when I was young, I don't want to make my girlfriend cook for me or I don't know. I want to have fun, and I in that moment I don't appreciate uh, have some meals, homemade meals for us. That's something I discovered after, and yes, it's great, and I think that yes, it's one thing that I never change for my wife, and it's another one reason for love her.
yes, that's it. All right, thank you very much. It was so nice from you to share your experience with me. So you know what I was asking about that because I remember that even my father gave me that piece of advice that no, baby, if you want to conquer a man, go directly to the stomach. Uh, Here we have some phrases. Look at this. For example, the first one that says, "I followed my heart and it led me into the fridge." The second one, could you read the second one?
Sure, it said, I'm in a relationship with food. Sorry, it's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it so much. All right, so the next one, ways
Way to my
to
way to my heart.
yeah, but here we have a mistake because we need the verb. Ways to get my heart or ways to conquer my heart. Or what other verb do you think that it fits there?
Yes. Well, I understand the quote, but yes, now I'm thinking just ways to my heart. To what? To your heart, right?
Aha, to get to my heart or
To
to
revive, to
yeah, that's it. So the first one is buy me food, the next make me food, and the third one be food.
sure. The third one is the better one.
Yeah, it's so nice. But you know what? When I was reading it, I also remembered about a situation, a problem that happened very well, relatively near to my house. Tell me, where do you live?
I'm living in Mexico City, in Coyoacán, and
Aha,
near to the Papa, to Papa.
that's it. That's relatively near. Talking about my students who live in Sweden. But anyway, guess what? I live in Ecatepec,
Yes,
and um, I don't know, kind of like 20 minutes from my house, your house.
thanks.
They got uh, an ex-policeman who was who killed his wife and his daughters, and he ate them up. So of course he was insane. He was crazy.
Oh,
But
sure. I heard about the news. So that's horrible. Ways to be in her heart, be food. Okay,
That's what I
no
thought. I
problem.
said, "Be food." Ah, like that man.
That's horrible. It's
I
a
said,
horrible example.
"Yeah,
But
so
yes,
terrible." But anyway, but it
yes,
works.
yes, yes. Yes, I heard about that man. It was really horrible
Yeah,
because I think that I saw a video when he said with the police, yes, and I'm sorry, but I hope you arrest me because if you don't, I'm going to start eating people. I love eating
uh-huh.
people. So I say, wow, that's a person that maybe not need to be in a jail, need to be in a psychiatric and in an asylum. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I totally agree with you because he was insane. Of course, he had any mental problem. Nobody can be talking about that seriously and
Yes, yes.
consciously.
Our
Okay,
beautiful Mexico characters.
yeah, and you know what? There was a time, now it is not very frequent, but that was a time that here in Ecatepec there were happening many things like that, like the monster of Ecatepec. He was also kind of like 40 minutes from my house. And I
Well,
said, what's happening here with
yeah,
these
that's
people?
scary. I got
Too much.
a potential killer near to me, and I never noticed that. So
Aha.
that's really scary, creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, that's what I remembered when it said Beefwood. And I said, oh, like my neighbor.
Yes,
Jesus.
yes, yes. There in the downtown in Mexico City, there is a
Aha.
museum, the police museum, and they have I
Ah,
don't know if it's a permanent or not, but in some moments of the year, they have an exposition of the serial killers, and they
oh
have
my.
of all the world, killers of all the world, but they have a special space for Mexican serial killers. And yes, there was one that it's called like El Caníbal de la Guerrero also, and
Aha.
that they no, it was horrible. People really really insane with great problems and
Aha.
I
Yes,
don't know.
that's it. But there was also a woman who killed her husband, and she prepared tamales.
Yes, 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 yes,
So
yes. Also pozole and a lot of horrible.
yeah,
And I think that one day one person bite a finger in the tamal, so when they say, "Wait, this is not chicken. It ha
gee.
it have nails."
Oh no, Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
it's horrible, horrible.
Yeah,
And
it's
people that said
incredible.
people then kill the person and then they cut in small pieces and fridge all the pieces because it's so delicious. I can't let it get bad and I need to conserve it in the fridge.
I
So
had to keep it.
wow, yes. So I say okay, like a
Jesus.
chicken or like a turkey or like
Aha.
a beef.
Like
Well, horrible.
something edible.
So yes, ways to get my heart, beef food. Wow.
Be food. You know what? I remember that when they were talking about the Guerrero's cannibal,
Yes.
he used to write some letters to his girlfriends. And in the letters, he mentioned something like poems, but those phrases were very common in his letters. Like, I want you to be inside me, inside myself. I want to taste your flavor. And so
It's so
nobody,
romantic. So
yeah,
romantic.
so
But it's
romantic.
literal.
But if you talk about so literally, it's so
Yes.
scary.
Yes.
It,
Wow.
it was like a warning. It was not a poem, was a warning.
Yes, poor girl. Be
Jeez.
aware from that crazy. But well,
Yeah, that's it. But how could you know that the person you are talking to is a well, normal person or that he or
yeah,
she is
yeah, it's
insane?
a mystery. It's horrible, but it's true. You need to be cautious of every person in your neighbor. I heard about this one monster of Ecatepec that they have neighbors, and they said, I live with this guy. I said hello to him and his family every day, and
Yeah,
we also have some coffee, and we invite him to our house, and was a regular person, and I never imagined that he's a killer and he's insane. So nobody knows where he lives and who is the girl, the person on the next door.
yeah, that's it. So, yes, that's the scary part, but don't be afraid. Let's continue
Yes.
with the phrases. All right, so
Okay.
look at this. Love at first bite. What do you think about this?
Well, I suppose that is you need to enjoy that cake or start loving it at the first bite. I don't know because well, it's also like a beautiful quote of some man eater. So I say I
That's
still
it.
loving you. Well,
I love you. You are delicious.
yes, I
That's
promise I
it.
will prepare you with a lot of love and with great peppermint and salt, the perfect levels of
Yeah,
love.
and you will be inside myself.
Yes,
Oh my. All right. So let's go to this one. Could you read it, please?
calories don't count on weekends.
Of
Oh,
course.
that will be great. It's not real, but
Yes, but it shouldn't. They shouldn't count down on weekend.
it's horrible. I heard that all these people that have a six pack, it's a great apps. They said one everyone can have it, but it's not the secret is not a lot of exercise and working out. The apps you make the apps at the kitchen, so that is one thing that then say this phrase don't don't applies to that because they say it's something you need to be really committed is the word comprometido.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to be really committed with yourself and no the calories we can count and count a lot. So it's sad, but I don't need a six pack, so I don't need a six pack. So well, let's eat.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So let's go to the next. Diet day one. I have removed all the bad food from the house. It was delicious.
Yes,
That's it.
it's like this one that I stopped drinking. I left my glass, or how would I say it? In Spanish, is something like dejé de beber, o no, ya dejé la bebida, pero no me acuerdo en dónde, ¿no?
That's it.
Ya
I,
ya eliminé eso, pero
yeah,
está dentro de mí ahora. Yes,
you
it's
know,
like all this bad food. You need to be close in me, so you can hurt anybody else.
oh yes, Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? I remember also a post that I saw in Facebook that it was a man who was drinking and suddenly he said, my mommy would be very proud of me when she told me, finish up all that liver. Jesus.
Yes, that's horrible. Yes, for
Yeah,
the alcohol, right?
yeah. So he said, she would be proud of myself. All
Yes,
right. Okay, and finally, ta-da, it's your turn.
I won't be impressed with technology until I can download it. Yeah, that will be great. Well, let me tell you something. I suppose that you can download food.
Download
There are
it?
some. Yes, there are some special 3D printers,
Ah, that's
and
it.
you can make some. I don't know how do you say comestible.
Edible.
Yes, edible materials, and you can, I don't know, maybe download the figure or the, I don't know how do you say planos, because it's like
Aha,
that.
the
You
plants.
download this, yes, the plants, and you say let's prepare some donuts. And with this printer, you can do a lot of things. So with the future,
My goodness.
yes, I
Hey.
heard the other day. I heard then you don't need to have an animal to eat meat with protein. There are some technology in some laboratories and they are making uh, meat without
Ah,
meat. So it's great because they say we can stop all these countries and places and don't have money to buy chicken or to buy meat. If you buy this idea and you trying to be to make and or to make your food, your own food, you don't need to have any animal to still eating well. So that's a great. I suppose that is the future. You don't need a chicken for eat chicken. They prepare
wow.
the chicken artificial and make all these nutrients. That's
Aha.
also artificial and it's supposed to be the same.
My goodness. You know what? I think that in a way it could be very useful because you know that, of course, the people produce food, the farmers, but we are too many. We are a lot of people, and I consider that one day the food that they produce is not going to be enough. So, if there is a way to produce artificial food,
Yes,
by that mean, it could be kind of like salvation.
yes. Well, I don't know if that will be true about the we don't produce enough food because I heard the other day, for example, that in this moment only in America, in United States, they were having chicken. It's like two chickens per person in the globe population. But you have 5 persons in the world on the other world. There are 10 chickens in the USA. So that's the number. They duplicate the number of all the people of the world with chickens only in the USA.
My
So
goodness.
all these things of farming, I think it's a dangerous thing because all these all the disease and the issues with meat and the cancer of the people are trying to run because in the past the people eat maybe one I don't know beef steak in the per week, and now not now the people trying to have the mistaken idea of you need to eat meat every day, and that's not true. They say that the human need to be have a completely vegetable and fruit diet, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes 1 or 2 times per week eat chicken or eat beef or eat fish. But the people
Yeah.
no, the people say that no. I saw this in a TED talk. Then there's a
Jeez.
problem. The cancer and another
Uh-huh.
thing, the pollution and this contamination of the world. It becomes like in the half of all this pollution, or how do you say contamination?
Pollution.
Yes, pollution. The half comes from the animals of farms.
Yes. Yes, that's
So
it.
it's really to get worry because we need to reduce our meat in our diet for every week or daily. So I think that we need to stop eating like that.
Yes, that's it. I totally agree with you. Absolutely. It is in our benefit, of course.
Yes, but let me tell you something. I wish to be a vegetarian, but I can't. I love the meat. Sorry.
Jesus.
So yes, yes, yes. I think it's extremely delicious having this one restaurants of meat. I don't know, maybe Brazilians or of Argentinians. Oh, it's
Uh-huh.
delicious. It's great. I can change anything for that.
Yes, that's it. You know what? I tried to be a vegetarian person, but I couldn't because tacos kiosk was in front of me and I failed. So I said, I'm sorry, I
Yes,
won't,
sure.
I couldn't do it. I love tacos, I confess.
Yes, I really respect the people then have the compromise with themselves and said no more meat in my life, and they are getting that goal. To my respect, I can't.
Yeah, that's it. Me
But I think
neither.
we need to reduce. Maybe don't left the meat, but just reduce. It's an important thing to be
Uh-huh.
healthier and to make a better world.
Yes, that's it. I agree with you. It is not impossible, but yes, it's a little difficult, but we had to try it. Okay, Omar, it was so interesting and so nice. It was also so funny. Thank you very much.
Yes, sure. Just
Yeah.
that Ecatepec monster. That
Uh-huh.
the joke was great.
Jesus Christ.
I suppose that joke about weight to my heart to be good. It's not the joke for anyone, but it works for me.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, I have to tell you something, Omar. This
Sure.
is our last class because we have finished the course. In the next weeks, you are going to be working with the final exam and with the platform activities so that you have everything in order. Anyway, I want to ask you, I'm sorry, I want to thank you for your participation, your attendance. You're a brilliant student, and I would like to tell you something else. I don't know why you are in B1. You should be in B2. In my appreciation, it is not your level.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why you are in B1. What happened?
Well, I know I make my position exam, and they tell me you need to be in general too. But let me tell you something. There were some uh, conversations and some class with another teachers that I learn a lot, and I know that I'm in the right place because there was something that I can't understand yet. Also in the course, this course of the questions and looking for the videos and all these things. And I'm learning a lot too, and things that I don't used to know, or maybe I know, but I don't think, and I don't know how do you say razonar. And
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I can or if I could be in another level, but I don't feel. Oh, I know very much. This is nothing for me. No, no, no. I'm really learning for you and for all these things.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, but anyway, I was surprised because uh, the way you speak, the fluency you have, the vocabulary you use, is not of level B1.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
that's why I was very confused. That's why also I asked you what was your level because I said, no, it's C1 and he was confused with the schedule.
No, 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 no.
All
But
right.
I'm going to let me tell you something, teacher. I don't be in a I don't finish my course yet, and I'm really confused and worried because I have a really bad problem with my family, so I can still studying and pass the units.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really I am not in the correct time or in the correct course that I must be. So I need to watch in this week like 3 or 4 units to try to have a correct finish and end of the course.
Uh-huh.
But
To the
I'm really
correct
try.
score.
Yes, so I'm really going to try because I want to still in the course the next year, and also all your attention or you are a really kind teacher and person
Oh,
and human
thank
being.
you.
So I really enjoy this and I want to still learning for the best teacher.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes,
Okay, so you know what? Don't you worry so much about the time because remember that we have a 1 week more for catching up. So the final scores are going to be taken into consideration on December the 15th. So you have time. Don't be so pressed.
yes, I need to be hurry, but yes, I'm
Yeah,
going to
so
finish. I know I can.
yeah, you can do it. Just take it easy and don't press up so much. You can do it. There's time also.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Omar, thank you very much and have a very good night.
You too, teacher. Have a great night and a great week, and I hope we still giving us in the next year. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Likewise.
See you.
And see you next. Happy Christmas.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.